you ever just be browsing the internet and you just come across something that just really makes you mad, but at the same time makes you lose brain cells? Yeah, that was me the other day. So, I was browsing Instagram, okay? And I came across, I think I was flipping through someone's story, and they had shared this post. And I came across a post that the original poster says this thing happened like 3 years ago. But I figured I would just talk about it because I know that people out there actually might still have this mindset. And it's not a good mindset to have, and it's actually, you'll look a bit like a moron having this mindset. So let's just read off this first. There's 2 comments that this person shared, and let's just read this first one. Of course I'm gonna give them a really snarky voice because that's exactly what this comment sounds like. TBH, artists shouldn't draw for themselves. It's selfish compared to others who can't draw. Thank you. No, shut up. Let's try that again. To be honest, artists shouldn't draw for themselves. It's selfish compared to others who can't draw. Artists are born with the ability, and some aren't. So why draw for yourself? Tell me, how is it selfish to draw for yourself? If anything, it's relieving to draw for yourself, because say you're one of these big hotshot commission person, one of these big hotshot artists that get a lot of orders daily. And while this is just a hypothetical, because I know a lot of big artists actually like manage their commissions fairly well, and only taking like 20 or so, probably only 10, but technically 20 or so, because I've seen some commissioners be like, they get 10 done and then they do another 10. It's whatever, that's not the point. But what if you're one of these big artists who take a certain amount of commissions per week, month, or however you want to say it, per 2 weeks, and you hardly ever get time to draw for yourself? That would be very scummy and not good on like your mental health, because you're gonna eventually get out of practice with like your own OCs or whatever. And of course also the issue of getting burnt out and overworked. And not only that, a lot of these artists don't take requests, so it wouldn't even work in someone like this's favor, because they wouldn't be getting art for them. It wouldn't be gift art, because they're just flat out a stranger to most artists probably. And just like, if you have this mindset and you want to start an argument like this, okay, but that's not a good mindset to have, because frankly it looks really stupid. You look really like big dumb, dude. As for artists being born with the ability to draw, no, we aren't. This is coming from a line of artists. Like, this is coming from an artist who comes from a line of artists. We weren't born with the ability to draw. We practiced at it. And if you can't draw, it's because you haven't practiced. Now, I know some people are going to be like, I have practiced and I can't get any better. Oh my god. It's because you're not practicing enough. You're not trying hard enough. As bad as that sounds, you're just not putting enough effort into it. If you're not growing, you've either reached a plateau, which is normal, or you're just not trying and you're thinking that you're going to be good immediately. And trust me, this is coming from someone who has also had that mindset that, oh, I'm going to be good immediately after I start doing this. I wasn't good at crocheting until I actually started crocheting stuff. Like, the most I could do was maybe like a pot holder or something, until I actually started following patterns and crocheting hats for my mom, for her to sell, and I recently started working on her towels too, and that it was pretty easy for me to pick up. Yeah, but that's because if you want to argue with being born with abilities, I was born with the ability to learn quickly. So I mean, I don't really think you're really born with the ability to do like certain things. Like, artists don't come out of the womb drawing like Van Gogh. That's just stupid. That's a stupid mindset to have. Yeah, we may draw while we're a baby, but that all kids do that. All kids draw, unless you're born in some weird family that doesn't allow you to draw. But in my case, I drew, my brother drew, I'd say my dad and my aunt drew when they were younger. So we've just been working at it for like years. It's not really an ability that you're born with, I don't think, in my opinion. Now, this would have been an okay point to make had this person not straight up just been, if you do, you're an a-hole and you should share your talent and draw for others. Listen, buddy, I don't know if I want to draw for you. If I ran into a client, if I did take requests and I ran into somebody as cocky and arrogant as you, I wouldn't want to draw for you. I would put you on a blacklist. I would block you. It's like, I can't exactly share my talent with other people. The way this is worded, it sounds like they want me to, like, somehow physically give part of my talent to them, and that's not physically possible. The most I can do is give tutorials on how I go about drawing things, which I need to make more of, but it's fine. But still, and we do draw for others. That's the thing, we do draw for others. We're not entirely selfish. I'm always drawing for my friend because we're in a role play together, and I'm always drawing my characters with her characters. It's just how it is. Now, if she wanted something specific drawn, I would definitely still make her pay. Sorry, but I would. I even have friends who have paid me to draw them something specific because they understand that this isn't just like, we're not doing nothing. This is a service. Art is a service. It's not just sit on your butt all day and, like, draw. Is that really what people think artists do? Is just sit on our butt all day and draw? I mean, it might be like 8 hours a day that we spend drawing in total, but it's not like 24/7 that we're just sitting here on our butts drawing for no reason. Most of the time we have a reason, whether it be for practice or just full on just commission work or whatever. And you know, we aren't stumps on toads, or that's not how that goes. We're not lumps on toads. We don't just sit around and do nothing. We have our own lives to take care of too. So if you think all an artist does is sit around and just do nothing else, what are you doing, bud? What are you doing? Can I please stop having like the hiccups? It's like a hiccup and a burp and I hate it. I'm drinking tea. I'm not drinking soda. I had soda earlier. Anyway, that's all I really have to say for the first one. The second one is a little more iffy, because I mean, I can understand this one a little bit more. The second one says, artists were gifted by God with the ability to draw. That could be arguable. That's debatable. That's a completely debatable topic, because I mean, God can gift you with certain abilities, like learning quickly and stuff like that, and of course the ability to draw probably, but that doesn't mean that people who can't draw aren't able to draw. They just, from what I can see, they just don't try hard enough. Like I said earlier, they don't. And a lot of people I've noticed who say they can't draw, either they haven't practiced at all, or they're just now beginning. And if you're a beginner artist, it's okay. It's completely fine if you can't draw to your liking right now, because if you've practiced and you can't, like, you feel like you're not improving, it's okay. You've just reached a plateau where you can't really improve, and that's completely fine. I've reached plenty of plateaus where my style just looked the same and I just never really tested anything, but eventually you'll start improving again. I can assure you that. And God, I think that's actually supposed to be taught. And God taught us to share our abilities, so artists should be able to draw for others too. We're able to draw for others, we just don't take requests more than half the time. Now, if we specifically ask for requests in, like, maybe a questionnaire on Instagram, or maybe a community post on YouTube, or maybe make some sort of Q&A video type thing where it's just like, request something for me to draw in the comments or whatever, then that's when you need to make your request. Because not all artists take requests unless they're just significantly small. My friend Silver took requests for a long time, and don't remember if she still is. She'll probably say something in the comments. But she used to take, I think Warrior's requests. I'm not sure if she stopped or not, though. She'll say something. But God gifted them with such a blessing to create illustrations, and so they should also draw for ones who cannot. That's where commissions come in, bud. Like, if an artist isn't requesting something and you want something drawn, you have to pay them. I've had so many situations where it's just kind of like somebody will ask me to draw something and I'll be like, oh, hey, did you look at my prices? And they'll just bounce. They'll be like, scene, and leave. Because people still have that mentality that artists will draw them something for free. And that's not true, bud. Artists should not draw for free, and artists should not draw for arrogant buttholes like these people. Because, to be honest, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve art. And I can agree with that one on some statements, like the whole God blessed them with this ability type thing, because I do feel blessed by God to have these multiple abilities. I can play a lot of instruments, sort of. I play by ear, so it's not really playing, but it's sort of playing. And I am able to do a lot of things in like the artist area, which I guess music is technically art too. I'm just really good at doing like creative stuff, you know? This is going to sound arrogant and cocky and butthole-ish, but can't really think of anything that I'm not good at right now, because, well, some video games I'm not that good at, but I am good at a lot of things, and I feel blessed that I'm able to do a lot of these things. But if I was to look at it from like an educational standpoint, I would just think that maybe I was just able to learn a little more, or learn a little better, learn a little quicker, whatever you want to call it. Because while God might be a part of it, he's not the main reason, you know? Like, a lot of artists are just able to draw because they practice a lot, they keep at it. So while I do think God might be a part of it and have blessed us with the ability to have these talents, I don't think he was like the major part of it. And I'm sure that he wants us to share these talents, but I don't think he wants them to, I don't think he really wants us to share them in the way that this person is saying that he wants us to. I really don't. But I can understand the second one's concept a little bit more. I just can't see why exactly it's selfish to draw for yourself, especially if like you don't have anything to do. I don't know. At the end, I kind of started making a little less sense, but that's just kind of my take on it, because it just sounds really stupid. And if you have this mindset, you need to reevaluate it. You really do, because it doesn't make sense. And frankly, nobody will want to draw for you if you are this entitled to say something like that. You're not special. You just aren't. And it's actually you who are being selfish in the end. Anyway, that's just kind of my take on it. I think I probably rambled a little bit. I never script these things, especially if I'm reacting to something. But let me know what else you want me to talk about. Maybe, possibly, could be. Because I do want to talk about more things in the art community, but I just kind of chicken out last minute. But I thought this would make for a pretty great video. Anyway, I gotta go listen to my stupid voice and edit a bunch of pauses and stuff out. So, bye.